All right, this is Jermaine Russell. It is the after hours. This is what June 16th, 2020, and I am looking at INWK. Today was a pretty eventful day when it came to the communication stocks, but I'm looking at this stock in particular just because I want to see its movement. I want to see if I can predict when it is going to break out. If we look at the RSI here, we're on the minute chart, right? And I'm looking at when, and I'm not buying this at all. I already had a long day as far as trading, but if we look at this MACD, and we see that this blue line right here is starting to cross over this tan line right here, and all the selling momentum is starting to slow down. When this line starts to cross over, that is the clear indication of when a breakout were to occur and you would buy the breakout. Right now, it's at a resistance at like what 224, maybe 225, but more 224. See, now this is showing some life, some sign of it going up. Um, and then particularly this is when I would tell people, hey, you should probably buy this, but this is up on earnings. That's why it had this big spike here, and I anticipated going close to that 290-ish area. The reason why I say 290 is because if you've seen any of my trading videos, I color code the EMAs by stop, caution, and go, right? So, I like the reverse of this, where the 50 or the green line is where the red line would typically be, and the yellow line is still there, but the red line is where the green line would typically be. I like that better, just because I feel like the stock can move higher. But when it's organized like this, and you have news such as earnings, I always feel like the stock can spike up to that 200-day EMA, and that's where it will stop. Maybe it will go a little higher. Maybe it will go to the next resistance up, which would be 4. I don't know. But what I do know is that if I were to have bought this stock, it would have gone higher. I would have bought it like at the 220-ish area when I first saw it. The reason why I said 220-ish is because it was holding support here, but that would have been probably more of the old me. So this is another reason why I didn't want to buy this. I wanted more of a learning lesson. And when you have learning lessons like this, where you're not particularly buying, you're just watching the actual real time movement and taking notes. Um, when you watch the real time movement and take notes, you can tell or get a sense of where a stock could possibly go. So it not only broke that 224, 225-ish area, but is now challenging the next 240 area, 242, and seeing if it can hold support there. And then from there, we anticipate retesting the after hours high at 269. Maybe it gets up to 256 first before getting up to 269. Um, but you know, it's doing what I expected it to do. Like if I would have bought it at 225, then maybe it would have only go to 20 cents and then pulled back because short sellers would have said no, it doesn't deserve to be that high. So I just wanted to use this as a quick example of how a stock could run after hours, particularly with news. I like looking at stocks after hours when they have some type of news, or they're doing something that's worthy, or they're giving some information that's worthy. I don't see any other stocks during the after hours that are actually moving on the upside. Probably could look at some stocks that's going on the downside, but let's see what GAN is doing. So this is another stock, right? GAN. I'm not sure what industry it's in. Um, The last one, INWK, was in the communications industry, and communications, like I said, has been moving pretty strong. So I don't know, but when it comes to this, this is how I like my EMAs. I like it where the 50 is over the 100 is over the 200. So here it looks like it could form a breakout, but because of the earnings that was released, they released it already. Again, a negative price action, so it's really going more to the $20 area. Then it would be retesting its highs at 24 or 20, yeah, 25, 25.50, $26. So, that's just the opposite direction of how a stock could really move. And as we can see, really, if we put it on the minute chart, we'll see, even though it went up, it was starting to go up before, 15 minutes before the close. During the last 15 minutes of the close, that's when it started to pull back. So this was probably a bigger indicator than anything that, we will have some type of market downturn, and which we did once the earnings was released. Um, it just came down, and then ever since then it's just been bouncing off the 50. And you want the 50 EMA to tell the stock to go higher, but if it doesn't have the right type of news to go higher, it's just gonna be where it's at. It's gonna stay at a green light. It doesn't have enough energy to go higher. So hopefully this was okay. I really just wanted to see more of the movement on inner working, right? Just because it's a communication play, and because communications has been running today, um, it held support at 215. It looks like it's going to retest support, but we'll see how the MACD looks and the RSI looks as the time goes by. But like I said, it's not something that I'm looking to buy at all. So hopefully this will help. Always buy the breakout when you're not certain, and then calculate the risk. Right? You want to know if you bought the breakout at like 220 ish, and then it goes up to 255. Is that really worth your time and investment? Um, if it goes to 214 and then it comes down to the first EMA, which is at $2, is it really worth your first investment? And then so on and so forth, right? So you're doing a good job. Keep it on up, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. I just wanted to make this real quick, just to see how the movement would be.